What's up, Planko fans? I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Michael.
And you're watching M&J Games. Today we are doing a park tour of my August water park contest submission. And this park is called Blanc Resort. And I just kind of wanted to take some time to kind of go through this park and tell you a little bit about what inspired me for the park and where I kind of came up with my ideas.
Yeah, so before we begin, just tell us a little bit about, first of all, what was the contest that you were talking about for those who don't know, and how did you come up with this style and this kind of idea or concept?
Yeah, so if you are familiar with our channel, you might be familiar with Planet Plipcam's channel, and he is part of a Discord, and where they have contests for people who play Planet Coaster on console. So it's not exactly every single month, but it kind of goes along with the season. So this one was for the month of August, and it was supposed to be like a water park and summer vibes sort of park. So, and the rules were that we had to use at least 3 water rides in our park, and with a maximum of 5 total rides. So, I knew I wanted to kind of do a resort sort of feel mainly because when me and Michael went on our honeymoon, I loved the just the atmosphere of the resort. We went to the Dominican, and this is not the Dominican. This park is nothing like the Dominican, but but I wanted it to be like kind of have a resort sort of feel to it. So so that was sort of my inspiration on this sort of plaza area. And then another thing too, I knew I wanted to have a ride that had hippos in it because hippos are one of my favorite animals. So once I got that idea, I was kind of like, well, hippos are sort of African, and it would be kind of cool to have like a safari sort of theme. And then that also made me think of when we went to Animal Kingdom this year, and Avatar was just my absolute favorite area in that in that park. So that's where I kind of got the idea to have these neon sort of colors, just because I love Avatar the movie and the ride at the at Animal Kingdom. So yeah, so that's a lot of talking. That's more talking than I normally do. What are your thoughts, Michael?
I mean, I think it looks great, so I think we need to start at the beginning and
Okay.
get started with the tour.
Yeah, so obviously this is a tropical map. And I didn't really do a whole lot with the entrance. I just knew I wanted to kind of have sort of a pre-entrance and with some waterfalls. So this was the very first thing that I created in the park was this sort of, I don't know what you would call this, like, it's not really an awning, but it's like a gate, I guess. So this was the very first thing that I built. And once I kind of created this with like this sort of tan, beigey, creamy color, that really just inspired me to make everything else in a similar color scheme. And that's kind of where I got Isle Block from.
Okay. Yeah, I like what you did with that, with the entrance style, and everything's kind of grand in this park, so it does really give me those resort vibes.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, I really like to use lighting in my parks, so I knew I wanted it to be kind of a romantic sort of feel, but also, water park and family friendly too at the same time. So just kind of going over the bridge here, and you can kind of see some boats going underneath. So I knew I wanted to have a ride with boats that went underneath this bridge. Since this bridge is kind of prominent, and walking in you can't really see. Oops.
Yeah.
Can't really see anything other than this bridge and like what's on the side. So.
Yeah, the only thing I might have done a little differently is different poles for the, like if you go to the side.
For this.
Yeah, just because those are wooden, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I just might have done the cement ones or something, just from a realism perspective.
Because of the path?
Well,
because the path is not wooden?
Well, that, but also it's going through the water, so you normally don't have like wooden supports that are in the water. Those are more cement or something,
Oh.
But that's just a minor detail that obviously.
Well, I mean, yes, but the reason I did that was just because, for the most part, usually when I have something elevated, it is wooden.
Right.
But I mean, I guess I sort of do that for like boardwalks or something because those tend to be wooden.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying. Like the post may not necessarily be wooden because obviously that wouldn't be good for
durability. But yeah, I mean that was not a negative or anything. That was just a little thing I noticed. But I really like how you, if you go back for a second, how you kind of merge the to where the shoreline is, where you can kind of see the shoreline. So how you kind of really merge the water well with the land, because I feel like that's such a tough thing to do in this game, is get the water. Look on the other side of the bridge.
Oh. Okay.
How you get the water to kind of gradually become
like
land and really almost like have a beach, right? And so it's just, I think I like how you did that, because that is very, very tough to do normally in this game, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say this was, it's probably more luck than anything, because I had to, just like making these rides and everything, I had to replace this water like 3 or 4 times to get it at the level that I wanted it to be at. And I don't even think I had the thought of I want it to come all the way up here to look like a beach. I mean, I colored the ground, to be sandy, but I wasn't. That was like probably stroke of luck on my part.
Well, it worked out then.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So how'd you come up with this grand entrance idea?
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to put in a picture of the building that this is inspired from, but this building is inspired by an actual resort that I believe is in Bali, possibly. I don't know, but it had like this ginormous archway. It was kind of this similar shape. And I don't know, you just kind of have to see it. I'll see if I can find a picture and put it up for you guys. And I couldn't make it like exactly how I wanted it, but I really like how it turned out. And so in this park, I tend to make stuff boxy, and so this park kind of challenged me to like do some things that I normally wouldn't do. And one of those things is creating like this shape, because obviously it's not a box. And these wooden plank pieces, these are like the only ceiling or roof pieces that aren't on the grid. So I use that a lot throughout the park because I wanted to be able to manipulate them and make my, different shapes. So.
Well, it looks great.
Thank you.
And then you got the propellers as ceiling fan.
Yeah, this took some time because some of the propellers were like, they were anyway, they weren't turning the way that I wanted them to. And then I finally got it right. Like this one is not actually right. This one's right though.
Well, nobody notices that unless you zoom in on it, so don't zoom in on it.
This one's right too, but yeah this one isn't.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Yeah, so another thing with the rules of the contest where you couldn't have more than 20 shops and like accommodations, I guess. So originally, like these booths were were actual information shops, and then I realized, oh yeah, like I don't have any priority lanes, so I don't even need the information. So I took those out to save some like a save whatever, and put these little animatronics in here, and I tried to create like a computer screen, and that's my attempt at
a keyboard.
There being something, on the computer and a keyboard. So
yeah,
but you're not really gonna see that from here. So
looks great.
Okay, next we're just gonna go through the main entrance.
I think it's good if you go back for a second.
Oh,
let's
okay.
go at eye level, so that you can
Right
really
here?
So like if you go kind of just to try to really get the guest perspective of it as you walk in.
Okay.
And so as we so how'd you come up with these kind of hut and villa styles?
Yeah, so kind of the same thing. I just looked up some resorts and just trying to. I knew I wanted to make like kind of like a villa sort of like huts, and usually they're kind of like circular. At least like in like African sort of resorts, they're kind of circular, and there might be some different kind of ceilings or roofs or whatever. So these actually were I kind of didn't like them when I first made them, but they kind of work. So I kind of just stuck with them, and
I don't know why she says they
result.
kind of work. They really work. So
Well, I thought that like the porch part is kind of awkward looking, but I mean, I don't know.
well, I mean, those whole buildings are awkward looking to begin with, so I think the porch
Yeah.
part looks fine. So where do you want to go next? Go to the main lobby?
Sure, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, this building too was inspired by another resort building. I'll see if I can find a picture of it as well.
So I like the ceilings in here that you did. Kind of having it open air for a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Got some clipping. I hate how it does that.
Yeah, I had a really hard time trying to figure out what I wanted the inside of this building to look like, because I knew I wanted it to house the hotel and the restaurant. Excuse me, but I don't know. It's just, I guess I'm happy with it if I.
I mean, it looks great.
Submitted it.
Yeah, it looks great. I mean, I don't know what else you could have done in here. You got the elevated level. I mean,
I guess just looking at it, I'm like, it looks so plain, but it's fine.
No, it doesn't. It's good. I mean, I don't know what else you would do other than maybe have some glass windows and stuff, but then again, that wouldn't fit this style.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's go. Which way do you want to go? So if we're looking here, you want to go to the left or to the right?
Let's go to the right.
So breaking the trend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I guess we got two different walkways there. So we've got over here, you made this kind of little splash pool for guests, which they can't access it, but it still looks awesome.
Yeah. And my little turtles.
Her little turtles.
Yeah, so originally I made these turtles for the ride that's beside this area is called Crocodile Bay, and it was actually going to be called Turtle Bay, but there are no turtles in the game. So I like actually made these little turtles, and I was like, this is gonna look too weird having these fake turtles in this ride, and they don't even move. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to color them different colors, and I'm going to put them in my little splash area, and I think they work really well.
Yeah. And it's funny because, I didn't even realize you got another one here. So you got three of them?
I think do I have 3 or 4? 3?
I found 3.
Oh, 3, yeah.
I don't see a 4th one.
Yeah.
But yeah, whenever I do my backstage area and stuff, and it's funny because you're like, you just don't see the point in it like I do because guests don't access it, and then you build this really good little splash area, which guests can't really access.
So I guess I will say with that, a lot of people made pools and slides and splash zones for this contest, so I felt like I kind of had to have it in there. So that's my reasoning for that.
Yeah.
And Michael helped me with this part with the inside.
Yeah, I should have put railings on here for you because it's just a little bit undone, but we'll...
No one's walking in there though. It is a little bit undone, but I don't care enough. You know?
Yeah.
After everything I did in this part, I didn't care enough to do that. So.
Yeah, I mean, the sidelines are really good too, because the trees kind of block everything. And so, looks like you said this is your... Alright, so we got Hippo Safari and Crocodile Bay. So let's go on Crocodile Bay. Yeah, I like the idea for the queue here.
Yeah. Yeah, so this was the very first ride that I made for the park.
Yep. Let's see. So, is this a log flume, right?
Yes.
Let's wait until, here we go.
I love how, like, Michael wanted me to do the controls, and then he just kind of took it over, which I'm totally fine with.
That's not my intention. Alright, let's get in a good camera view. Look forward. Yeah, that's a good one.
We can fast forward a little bit too through the rides because it just takes so long.
We'll do ×2 speed. How about that?
Okay.
And you can talk about it. There's crocodile.
Yeah, crocodiles.
I saw a video of an alligator in Florida climbing a fence.
Oh, yeah.
I showed that to you. Pretty crazy. Y'all should check it out.
We saw an albino alligator at the zoo. A zoo.
At the zoo in Louisville, yeah. Which, by the way, was a fantastic zoo. Very interactive with the monkeys and then a lot of the big cats and stuff. Really cool. Yeah, so we're just doing ×2 speed since these take a while. But you can kind of see the theming and stuff. And I still have yet to really do one of these just because it's kind of daunting thinking about the amount of time you gotta take to really theme up these rides.
Yeah. And you have to make it interesting too.
Yeah.
So here's my little egg, my little nest.
Ah, we'll have to go back and look at that. Oh, Bill was quick.
Yeah, so that splash zone and this part, I probably redid like 5 different times because I kept changing the track. And so when you change the track on these rides, you can't build the ride like in reverse. Like you have to only build it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Only build it like forward, I guess. So anyway, yeah, it was a hassle.
Yeah.
I think maybe the only thing in here, I probably should have added more stuff in that cave because there's really nothing in there.
Yeah. I mean, it's all good. It's very well themed overall.
Thank you. Another thing too in this park, I actually, for the water, I used, I want to say that's the rough water. And I really like how it looks. Like I
always use the rough water because it just looks better.
Okay, so that is either the rough water or the dirty water. And normally I use the calm water. But look how pretty. I mean, it looks like a painting.
Yeah.
I
like using the rough water because it's really not that rough. Like it just has the ripples
has some
to it.
Ripple. Yes, I think that is the rough water.
Yeah, dirty water would be like brown.
It's like brown. Yeah.
Yeah. So, although I don't really know how to change the water too much, and
you can just take the water out and then put it back in.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely the rough water. So let's. I just wanted to see the.
Oh, the nest. Yeah, so I have to give credit to Tommy CM. So he built a nest. He built a bird's nest in his Heartland Towers park, and I kind of stole that idea and used it for crocodile eggs. Actually, you know what? To be honest, I don't think crocodile eggs are that shape. I think they're like smaller and they're more round.
I mean, who knows? I mean,
but I had to make them look like eggs, so I thought that would be best.
I mean, I have zero idea what crocodile eggs look like. So.
Well, I feel like I've seen on like the Discovery Channel where when like little baby crocodile eggs are coming out.
Yeah.
And they're like small.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah. I think it looks really great. I think the only thing I might have done here was, since you've got these wood pieces, maybe just take the wall piece and kind of actually...
So that there's nothing underneath?
Yeah.
Or you can't see underneath?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, because you could just take you could either do a brick wall, or you could take that actual wall piece that fits with that and just kind of make like a barrier almost.
Yeah, I think the issue that I had with that was it was not actually straight. Like it's actually like at an angle, I think.
Well, these would have to be straight.
So, or something is not like, it's something, or maybe it's the path isn't like perfectly straight.
Yeah, the path isn't straight.
So, so I thought it looked kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's all good. I wasn't trying to say that it's bad.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
I see. It does look kind of awkward because it's like, is this a boardwalk or...
Yeah.
You know.
Or I think somebody mentioned like putting rocks or something somewhere. I mean, now you would have had to do that all around, but you could have kind of made like a rock barrier. Yeah.
Or bushes. I mean, I guess I could have made more bushes.
Yeah. Let's see. So now this is going to be the Hippo Ride.
Hippo.
So this is a very interesting station, because when you come into the station, there's foliage everywhere.
There's nothing there.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay. Also, we got to talk about this roof. So.
Yep.
This is custom made roof. I'm really proud of myself how this turned out. And the what do you call that on the end? Like those beams going every which. Do you know what is that called?
Oh, there's an actual name for that?
I'm sure there's a name for it.
Herringbone. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever you would call that. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And
yeah, I think this looks great.
Yeah, I'm really proud of myself on it. I think
we gotta turn it to daytime just so you can actually see.
Okay, yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, so all of those pieces are the wood. So I guess what you probably just did was took the did you have a piece underneath to try to measure the angle, or did you just have it at like move it 15 degrees and come up to where it meets in the middle?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to remember what I did. I think I did the second thing you said, where I kind of just had it at an angle, and then like once I had that, like the general shape, then I did the actual wooden beam.
Yeah, so it looks like
cross part.
So it looks like you had it at, that's 45, so maybe 45 degrees.
Yeah.
Had it turned or something. Yeah, looks great. Oh, I just noticed that yellow in the daytime.
Yeah, so yeah, it's yellow, but then like at night it's kind of orangey.
There. Yeah, it does look a lot more orange at nighttime.
From the lights.
So do you want to ride this ride? Do you want to just kind of follow around?
Yeah, we can just kind of follow it around.
So here's, just for the sake of time. Ooh, you got a little...
I do. I have a little bit of rain in here.
You got a crocodile.
And one of the crocodiles bust out of the log flume ride, so he's hanging out right there.
Yeah, it's like, what is he doing?
He's trying to get up to the hippos.
Oh, that makes sense. I thought it looked like, I don't know, it looked like something else weird.
This is my favorite area right here, actually.
More than your neon forest?
I mean, I love my neon forest ride in the back, but I like how this looks.
Yeah, this does look really nice. We'll have to go check out that lighthouse area.
The hippo.
Uh-oh, the hippo. Catching up with the boat. Yeah, and so it looks like this is your water coaster right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, just very good job with the lighting and all the trees and stuff. And I remember when you doubted yourself on this park.
Yeah.
Countless times.
Yeah, Michael will he can attest to how I really struggled with this park, and I felt like the neon side was too much, and it wasn't safari enough or resort-y enough, but it really turned out really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that looks great. Like you said, kind of looking at it from this view, really kind of lights up the sky. So that's the basis of the Hippo Ride. And I like too how you kind of section the areas off. Like this
Yeah.
log flume ride, that water doesn't actually connect to this. And even like when you're up
Yeah.
higher like this, it kind of looks like everything just ends, right? Which is obviously it does, but when you're actually down here, you don't notice that there's really nothing beyond there, right?
Yeah.
It just kind of looks like another little barrier or border. So I think you did a good job with that.
Thank you.
So I think sometimes, and I get caught up on this a lot of like, well, that looks kind of awkward from above or something, right? But really, that's not how people view the park in a sense, right? Like you're
Yeah.
essentially making the park for guests, so it needs to be viewed from that guest perspective. So yeah, so that's, I think we covered everything in that area, right?
Yeah.
So let's go to the left now.
Yeah.
So I think we should save Neon Forest for last.
Okay.
I was just checking the time right there, since we gotta keep it under an hour. Beach access, ooh. Oh yeah, we saw a little bit of this earlier. I like those string lights right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like how this turned out. I wish that more guests were over here.
Yeah, well, it's like there needs to be an attraction over here.
Yeah.
So, did those count as...
Yeah, the vending
Okay.
machines did count, so...
Yeah, and which, by the way, if anybody is hearing us talk about a Discord and thinks, oh, that'd be fun,
Yeah,
you're
join the Discord.
more than welcome to join the Discord. I'll see if I can put a link below, or we will just, if you need to, just go onto Discord and type in Planet Coaster Console. And that will show up.
I also, I think Planet Flipcam also has a link on his YouTube channel for
Yeah. So,
Right.
it's funny how during the stream, when they looked at this park, they talked about your use of the kind of Roman architecture stuff, and they said you must really like Greek mythology. So I asked you about it, and what was your answer?
I think my answer was I don't know, what was my answer?
I was like,
I honestly don't even care that much about
yeah,
Greek
that was your
stuff,
answer. Your answer was like, I really don't care about Greek stuff.
It's just that it's so like, it's just easy to theme it. So because like the game has like all of these like columns and stuff, so it's easy to make something look Greek or Roman looking.
This gives me an Assassin's Creed Odyssey expansion pack type vibe when they're in Elysium.
Yeah. I mean, yes, I will say I love that game, so yeah. But yeah.
So it's called Aquarius.
And I only named it Aquarius because I just didn't know how to theme this ride. So
Yeah, and the stats don't matter on this coaster because there's so much riding in the water kind of like this that it's hard to get the excitement up to green.
yeah.
Or honestly even up to orange sometimes with these coasters, unless if it's all coaster track. Which, good job lighting up that lift hill.
Thanks. It's really funny because I didn't do anything different. Like normally when I'm lighting up my coasters and stuff, I do like every other post has a light on it, and I did it on that, and it looks like the entire thing has lights on it.
I can't believe it made it up that hill. I remember when you had this and you're making that hill, I'm like, there's no way it makes it up that windy hill, but somehow it did. Yeah, I think that's the only thing that we both even said about the ride was there's kind of a little quick of a turn there at the bottom.
Uh-huh.
But
yeah,
this is great. I like these little tunnels that you kind of made.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah, I just love this part.
This park or this park?
Part.
Okay.
With a T.
This part. Alright, we'll speed up just a little bit.
Yep.
That's kind of weird how it bounces like that when you speed it up to ×3 speed.
Because it's bobbing up on the water.
I know, it just looks weird.
Alright, so this part is not great, but I'm not sure how I could have changed it to make it better. So it worked out on that one.
It's like it pushed it
I know,
forward.
yeah. So on the Twitch stream, when they were looking at my park, there was like another boat right there. So the boat just like crashed into the other boat waiting in the station. So, but I mean, the only thing I can think of that might have worked is if I brought out, instead of curving so soon, like bring it out a little bit more and then kind of curve back into the station, and maybe it wouldn't be so fast. But I know I built it that way because I was trying not to impede the boat ride underneath.
Yeah, so I think there is a way you could have done it with it still not impeding it too much, and kind of like you said, so you're gonna have this little hill at the end.
Yeah.
But you can put brakes.
You put brakes there, but
yeah, but if you put
it needs to be like one more set of brakes or something to slow it down more.
yeah, or if you had, once this hill starts, when you get here, if you kind of had it circle around this way, and then have it come up a hill here, and then go down it right there, maybe it would lose a little bit of its momentum. But yeah, I mean, just with the placement of this, it's kind of hard to make that.
But it doesn't even look that fast, like from the top view.
And they never do a lot of times. Coasters
Yeah, see, like that doesn't look fast, but
it's just funny how it just nails it at the end.
Yeah.
That was funny though when it hit it and it was like it propelled it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good though, and I think I wonder if, because this looked, from first look, I thought that's might be too quick right there, but it actually seemed really good and went on the coaster.
The turn?
Yeah,
right
so
there?
I want to see heat maps.
Oh, okay.
I want to see the lateral G-forces, and yeah, so that's not bad. I mean, it's maybe just a tad bit higher, because I forget where you want to try to keep that underneath, but that's actually not bad. I thought it would have been a little bit higher, but it looked really smooth. And
look at that waterfall. I mean, look how pretty that is.
Yeah, I know. Maddie will give you props on that one.
Well, and so in the colors, so honestly, I forgot like what the actual pink that I use throughout my park, and so there's a lot of different variations of pink on here, and it's purely by accident. It's not on purpose.
Is that supposed to be pink or red?
Yeah, it's supposed to be pink, but that looks more red. But then over here,
yeah,
it kind of looks, I don't know.
I can see a light hanging.
Yeah, I tried really hard to disguise them.
Yep. Alright, so we've got one more ride left in the park, which in my opinion is the best.
Wait, we gotta look at Neon Wheel first.
Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, we will go over there, but also...
Oh, yeah, and then my pool.
Which, there's one thing Jasmine forgot to go and do, and she admits that.
Yeah, I forgot.
I just point out so that...
You point out my mistakes.
Well, I'm pointing out that you meant to go fix this here.
Yeah, I had a path going all the way around this building, and then I realized people were actually walking through the walls of the building, and so I deleted it real quick, and then I forgot that like I needed to cover up the grassy area. But you can go out that door.
Alright, so we got a little pool in here that guests can't access. No, I'm just kidding. I know, I wish they had like water features.
So this little area over here is just kind of it's supposed to be like a little garden area that guests can walk through.
I didn't even know this was over here, to be honest.
Yeah. I like it, and I put some viewpoints so people can kind of see the Cascade coaster going up the lift hill, and then there is like a small little shop with like a bathroom.
Oh, okay, yeah, it looks nice. Honestly, I didn't even know you put this over here.
Yeah, and oh, we can't miss my trapeze artists.
Oh my gosh, where are they?
To the left, to the left.
To the left.
To the left, to the left. There they are. Yeah, I really debated putting these guys in here because they're kind of random.
These gals.
These gals. They're kind of random, but I also felt like they worked really well with like the neon. So I just kept them in there, and then I put a viewpoint so people can like stand there and act like they're watching them.
Man, this gal here is not really doing anything. She's just letting all the other ones do the work.
She's gonna do something. Look, she's doing something.
Okay, she makes up for it with that.
She does a
Hey,
split.
you got somebody watching it?
Yeah, he took a picture.
Although it's just him by himself, so who knows what he's thinking about. But all right, so let's see. Oh yeah, one more thing too. Jasmine made this little lighthouse. You made this lighthouse, right?
I did make it all by myself.
Yeah, and then you got a little ladder there, and you got this little walkway up here. It's a little lighthouse. Boop boop. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, and so then it's like this little ruins that you can, in theory, take a little excursion to visit. It's not like that concept and idea.
And
so
the fireworks are in there.
You can kind of see the coaster going there. Do you want to do fireworks right now since we're here, or wait till the end?
Sure.
All right, how do I do this?
You gotta click on the little, that little box thing with the, yeah.
Ooh, ah, as my dad would say. Never done one of these.
Yeah, it's that's it. It's pretty, not easy.
Yeah.
One last thing up there, if you could go back to the little fort.
America.
There's some treasure. Where is it? Go to the left. Wait, no.
What's that? Oh,
Well, go like outside of the little fort. Treasure! Nobody found this.
Oh, that's like is that like an Easter egg you hid?
I guess so. I don't know why I put it there, but
Yeah. Alright, so my personal favorite place of the park. Now, this queue is my favorite queue.
Yeah.
The neon wheel, as you can kind of see, once again, very well lit, a lot of trees. And so if we come here, oops, you got like this little, honestly, I asked you about this, and it kind of reminds me of, which obviously this is at nighttime, and this is extremely well lit. I'm trying to remember who did it, but when we did the tour of Moonman's Little Rock Ridge, one of the creators who collabed on his park had this flat ride where the queue kind of went back like this, and there's like a little tiny little lake that it went around, and this kind of reminds me of that. But obviously to like to a greater extent in terms of the night and kind of how it's lit up and stuff. But I think it looks great.
Yeah, and I remember making this, and it was just gonna be like a bunch of trees and flowers. And then I was like, you know what, this is taking too long. And so I just put some water in there, and it turned out really good.
Yeah. Water always works. So
yeah, it does.
So there's the Ferris wheel. So now the last part
Okay,
is
best for last.
Neon Forest. The wishing tree with the weird face.
And the little hand.
Is it closing its eyes? I swear its
he's
eyes
like
just
smiling.
I swear its eyes just looked like they were open to me. So
I don't know why that tree reminds me of like those like Nestle cookie like elves. Are those Nestle cookies or something? There's
Nestle
like some kind of cookie.
elves.
There's some kind of cookie with a commercial, and they have like elves that are making the cookies in a tree. And that's what it reminds me of.
No idea what you're talking about, but
Yeah.
yeah. So once
Somebody
again,
will know.
it does feel like a forest. Once again, it's elevated path. But here you don't really ever see the edges because you're kind of surrounded by trees, and you've got this little stall right here.
Go B.
Yep. That's what they say when you put it in.
And I
right?
like walking through here, and you see the Ferris wheel.
Yep.
That was pretty.
The edge of the trees. Yep. All right. Yeah, so let's... Yeah, and you did a good job of mixing up the variety of trees and plants as well. I guess with tropical you can really use basically any
almost anything really. Yeah.
Because all of it kind of fits. Yeah, so I know you were really struggling, and so by the way, if you do download this and look at it, best to ride it at 1900 hours. I know you were struggling with this building at first, so
Yeah.
you ended up making some changes to it, right? Am I correct
Yeah,
on that?
I mean, you mean like this station or like the entire building?
Well, the station and the building.
Yeah, so the station originally was like white and black, and that just didn't work with like my color scheme throughout the entire resort. And the only reason that I made it white and black was because the actual building, the ginormous building in the back was all black because those are actually projector screens. The walls are actually projector screens, and I made them all black.
Yeah, like right here.
Yeah, so, and then I was like, this looks terrible. So I attempted to actually change all of them to be that creamy color, but it was taking way too long. So then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to change these ones around here near the station, and that's it.
Well, I mean, that's like the other day I was on Google Maps a little bit, trying to just get some ideas for stuff. And I was looking at Animal Kingdom, and like with the Avatar stuff, it only covers like a third of the building. And same thing with Expedition Everest, it covers a little bit over half. And so, I mean, that's the thing is like nobody's ever gonna see this back here.
Right.
So like this doesn't need to be decorative. It's like Nerd Chacha talks about in one of his videos. If the guest can't see it, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So like if the guest can't see it, don't worry about making it nice because it doesn't matter. That's why like most roofs look terrible.
Yeah.
Like when you look at it from above.
Okay, this one we might actually have to like ride it and.
We are gonna ride it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think we're also gonna make a just a POV of just this. Which way do you want to ride it? Front bumper or what was the look forward?
Yeah, look forward. Yeah, I think, or the chase one. Maybe look forward.
Look forward. You can move though.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So let's find this or that.
And this is my first ride or dark ride I've ever attempted to make, so I'm really proud of myself on it.
I just so happen to be with somebody with a hat.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're gonna
Do the chase or the orbit one, or there's one that's like you can see the whole boat.
Yeah. Like the problem with the orbit one is, but this one you can't move. Like you can't kind of look around. In orbit you can. Yeah, I guess we could do orbit. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can just kind of move it as we please. All right. And it's so weird how the doors didn't quite work properly on. Oop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've had like 2 or 3 people who commented when they looked at this on their own saying it gave them Avatar vibes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for.
So it's pretty cool. Ooh. Oh, that's kind of cool. It kind of.
That's not. I don't like that.
Well, the only problem is you can't really look up from this view.
Yeah, I guess so. But there's really not much to look at, like up, other than like trees. Yeah, so once I put in a bunch of trees, I put in the fall-looking trees, and they looked so good.
Mm-hmm. And who helped you with the color scheme right here?
I don't know. Did you help me with that?
Yeah, I helped you with this part a little bit. Thinking of like
I don't remember.
making that down there being all nice and vibrant and bright, and then it's like the further you get up the
like
chain,
black.
it becomes dark and it's like grim and dreary. And
Well, I knew I wanted it to be grim and dreary, but I don't remember what you
changing the lights on the floor there for the colors to kind of.
Okay, good job.
Yeah, I thought you would remember that.
This took me like a month to make, so.
She's exaggerating.
I'm not. It was like a month.
It only took her 3 weeks of 10-hour days working.
3 weeks.
I'm just kidding. No, I think there was one day though you probably spent like 7 hours on it, and I think that's the most I've ever seen you play a video game, and you were so intent on it.
Yeah.
But it looks amazing. Then you got the witch up there, the Wicked Witch of the West. Oh, okay. It's like, what just happened?
Blackout.
I thought something happened with our TV.
Yeah, the only thing is I feel like those triggers should have lasted longer than they did, but...
Which triggers?
Just like those ones that we just passed.
Oh, okay. Ho, 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 ho.
Yeah, and this like purple sliver bothered me, but there wasn't much I could do about it.
Well, you could just advance moved it just a tad bit, but yeah.
I think it still would have shown up.
Oh, really?
See, like the bottom. I mean.
I think it's just because there's a little gap. But
yeah.
It's all good. It almost kind of like adds to it.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're going towards the light.
Yeah. Just reminds me of the Poltergeist movie. Now I'm forgetting the phrase. I was thinking of the phrase, and I forgot the phrase when the girl sees the light, and it's like the ghosts are trying to get her to go towards the light.
Oh. Yeah, so this is the purple room. Do you like the purple room more or the pink room?
I like the pink room more.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
I
like the purple more, though.
Okay, we'll see.
I mean, I like both of them.
It's good. We balance each other. We balance each other out then. As long as you don't like the evil room.
There is no evil room.
Yeah, the
oh,
room.
the black. Oh.
Yeah, that.
The room we just came out of.
Yeah, there is no evil room. Now I do like this. It's like a little butterfly house.
Yeah, this is my butterfly house.
Although butterflies would leave whenever the door's open, but.
Not necessarily. There's just so many of them.
And then this is open, so butterflies will leave this way. I'm just kidding. You know, I'm just
butterflies will stay near the flowers.
You know, I'm just messing with you. That's great.
So this part, this is what everyone said I am a genius on by turning these glow drops upside down. And I've got to say, I am a genius.
She's tooting her own horn right there.
No, I'm just playing, but I do like how this turned out, and I do think having them go up instead of down really adds to the effect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks great. I wonder if anybody else feels this way, because I feel like on almost every park I've made, I've kind of felt like you at times where I'm just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I feel like it's just kind of natural to, as you're building a park, have some doubts or be like, oh, I'm kind of stuck, just because it is a lot that you need to build, and it all needs to kind of organically seem like it comes together, you know?
Yeah. But
you got your little rock archway.
Yeah. It was supposed to be a tunnel, but I gave up. And I was like, no, man, I'm going to leave this here.
Yeah. That would have been cool as a tunnel, though.
Yeah, it would have.
Just copy and paste. Copy and paste.
But it has to look like a natural tunnel. I thought it looked too awkward. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep, the Kraken's here.
If any of y'all know who Tommy P is, or Tommy Lee's 23, that scared him a little bit, so that's kind of funny.
It's supposed to be scary. But, so, yeah, that was one thing that TJ said. It was like, this ride is like peaceful, calm boat ride, and then Kraken!
Yeah. Well, it's not peaceful when you're in the
witch part.
In the witch.
But it's just like it takes you on a journey.
Yeah. So it was almost like when you're almost in like the pits of hell, but then it's like that's not the pits of hell because you were above everything else.
No, so it's just like a witchy area.
Yeah.
Well, the story that I sort of was going with was like this pretty peaceful like forest that's like magical, and there's gonna be if there's magic, there's gonna be like dark magic too. So that's why I made the little witch area, and they kind of brought the storm and stuff, and that's why there's like lightning and stuff on that one part. but then like they go away and you're in this pretty area. There just happens to be a kraken in the middle of the lake, but that's it. He's not evil. He just likes to say hi to everybody.
Oh, he's evil. A kraken that's not evil.
I didn't give him any tentacles.
Well, you didn't give him anything because he's a one piece. Like he comes as he is. You can give
tentacles to them with the little tentacle pieces.
Well, that shows you how much I know about building the kraken. Yep. So we're back here at the end. So, what was your favorite part of this ride to make?
Oh, my favorite part. That's a toughie. Probably the entrance, the pink room, and then the butterfly house, probably.
Yeah, I think this looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks good. But yeah, so this is, like I said, I think we'll probably film a POV of this to have up separately on our channel because I think it's worth that. I mean, you spend a lot of time on that dark ride, so it looks fantastic.
And I will say, originally, my intention was that it was going to be a 100% dark ride, so that end part with the lake was going to have a ceiling, but it was just too much. I just couldn't cover that up, and I couldn't figure out how I could I knew I wanted to have a waterfall, but I couldn't figure out how to possibly make a ceiling like with the waterfall and everything. So anyway, I like how it turned out, but yeah. All
right, well, before we go, we gotta look at it in the daytime just to see what it looks like in daytime because oh, there go fireworks. I don't know why they're still going off.
Yeah, because they go off on depending on the hour, but like if you have it to where it's at a certain time during the day.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it just ignores that.
Just looking at how cool this kind of looks when you're up close, like that water.
That does look cool.
But then when you're far away, it looks like it's actually beach. But then when you get up close, it's like water.
The tide's coming in.
So this is actually lounge beds where they can put their feet in the water.
Yeah, I will say my day bed, whatever those things are called.
Day beds.
They're not day beds. Those lounge chair, whatever. They kind of look like massage tables to me.
Well, it's just because of the pillow that you used.
I know, but I mean, yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, it's a little.
Humbug?
It's like a candy. It's in the candy.
Yep. All right. So, are there any other closing thoughts? Because we gotta keep this under an hour. We're at 53 minutes. So.
I can't believe it's been this long.
Can you believe that you talk this much? When you said normally I don't talk a lot.
No. But I will say this might be one of my favorite parks that I've done so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think it should be your favorite park. I mean, Sweetheart Lane was good. Your last one, what was your last one? I can't believe I forget the name of it.
Lumen Park.
Lumen Park was good, but this one, I mean, I feel like this one is, I don't want to say by far because your other parks have continue to get better too, but I do think this is definitely your best park.
Really?
Yep.
Because of the dark ride.
Well, the dark ride, I mean, the water rides you had, just the buildings that you built, I just think it's your best park. I think this queue is fantastic right here, even during the daytime.
Yeah.
Looks great. Yeah. So, I like it.
Thank you.
So make sure to go download it on the workshop and rate it so that we can get it up to 4 stars.
Yeah, this is Isle Blanc Resort, but on the workshop it's called August Water Park Contest.
Yeah, and we'll put a link to it below in the video, so if you want to click on that and download it, you are welcome to, or rate it. But yeah, any other final thoughts, or are we ready to say bye?
Yeah, I'll say bye. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Alright guys, have a great rest of your day.